Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Feathered Quest first 30 days recap. We made it! Yay! So, I just wanted to take a couple minutes and go over some of the data from the Feathered Quest. I'm a little bit of a data nerd, so I've been keeping a spreadsheet about what I found, what I haven't found. And eBird as well is a little bit of a data nerd. So you can get quite a bit of data from there as well. So in this video, I'm just going to go over what percentage of birds I did end up finding from my bird of the day, what our most common birds were, and just some other neat, fun things that we found along the way. So hopefully you'll stick around and watch and see what we were able to discover on our first 30 days of the Feathered Quest. So first and foremost, the question that is probably on everybody's mind, I know it was on my mind, which was what percentage of the birds of the day did I manage to find over the first 30 days of the Feathered Quest? Now, when I started this, I was pretty sure my percentage was going to be relatively low. I mean, what are the odds that you're really going to find every bird that Merlin sets you out to find? Especially given that I have a job and a life and can't go look for a bird all day long. So we actually did a lot better than I expected. As you can see in the green, I found 60% of the birds that Merlin tasked me to find for my bird of the day, and we only didn't find about 40%. So overall, way better odds than I expected. Now, will those odds hang on for the second 30 days, third 30 days? Who knows? My guess is that once we get out of migration season, which it is right now in the south, that we will find a lot less of these birds and that they will become more difficult to find as time goes on. Now, whether or not that's the case, only time will tell. So let's move on to our next graph here. Well, all my fellow data nerds should love this donut chart here. It shows all the different birds that we were able to find. Now, not all of them are listed because I didn't want to make the font so tiny that no one could see it. But the top 18 are on there. The northern cardinal was the overall winner at 5.9%. So 5.9% of all the birds I spotted over the last 30 days were northern cardinals. The second place prize goes to the Carolina wren at 4.7%. And then we have the yellow-rumped warbler and the black vulture coming in at a tie of 4.4%. So not really a shock to me. We see those birds on pretty much every walk. So they're pretty ubiquitous in our area. But feel free to peruse this graph and pause the video and see what other birds I was able to find. And as always, you guys can go check out eBird and search for my username, Bobolink Byway, and that'll give you a lot more data as well. Now, these are all the new lifers that I was able to pick up. We got 5 of them over the course of 30 days, which is pretty cool considering how many different birds we've seen. So we got the lesser scaup, the field sparrow, the pied-billed grebe, a ringneck duck, and a northern shoveler. Now, it is not a coincidence that most of these are water birds. I've always been pretty intimidated by identifying water birds. They're notoriously hard, and frankly, I don't live in a place with a whole bunch of water. So if I lived on the coast, I'm sure that I would have less songbirds that I have previously captured than water birds. But I'm not surprised that 4 out of the 5 of these are water birds. But still pretty cool to add to that overall life list. So hooray, new lifers. So I am cheating a little bit with this one, but can you really be cheating when you're making up your own rules? I don't think so. So I have listed my favorite birding experience so far of 2025. Now, I was not technically doing the Feathered Quest at this time, but we took a trip down to the lower Rio Grande Valley in Texas because we, as a family, really wanted to see a green jay. And even though we've been to South Padre and the lower Rio Grande Valley many times, we have never seen a green jay. So we stopped at a rest area on the way, right near the border checkpoint before you get into the valley, or maybe right at the northern tip of the valley. And we actually saw a green jay on the way down to the valley. So we were super excited. We thought, this is going to be awesome. We're going to see so many green jays. Never saw another green jay uh, down in the valley. Stayed there for multiple days and just never lucked out and saw one. But on our drive back, we stopped at that same rest area, and lo and behold, there were several more green jays. So we did get to see a green jay. That is my favorite birding experience so far this year, even though we did, of course, see numerous other amazing birds down in the valley during our time. And we love going there. But we did get to see a green jay, and that is my favorite birding experience so far of 2025. So, my happiest woohoo so far has been the ringneck duck. Uh, I only saw it on one pond in our area. I really didn't think I was going to be able to capture it. It was an awful rainy day. Figured they would be hiding, and they decided to make an appearance and show up for me. And that was amazing because it was a new lifer for me. And I never saw them at any other ponds in our area, even though they were obviously overwintering here. So that was my happiest woohoo so far. My saddest nope, or womp womp womp, has been the wood duck. I really would have liked to have seen one on the day that Merlin wanted me to, but not super easy to find wood ducks in our area. We even went way out of our way to try and find this one because it happened to be a weekend and we had the time and ability to do so, but still no luck on that. I have seen wood ducks in the interim, but not on the day that Merlin wanted me to see one. So, boo on that. My most shocking woohoo or find in this first 30 days was the northern pintail duck. Now, we actually have seen northern pintail ducks down at the coast, but did not anticipate being able to see them here. Had no luck on my first location, but then went to another birding location in our area where you really need good binoculars. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to see way down into the area where the ducks are. Brought my good binoculars, and lo and behold, Merlin picked up their sound, and I was able to verify them. And I was just amazed that we actually found the duck on that day. So the northern pintail was my most shocking woohoo of this first 30 days. My least shocking nope, or womp womp womp, was the rufous hummingbird. Now, I have seen rufous hummingbirds, but we usually see them in the mountains. I've seen them in New Mexico, I've seen them in Colorado, but I have never seen them near our house. So I was also sick on this day. So it would have had to come literally to my house several months before hummingbird migration started. I'm sure there were some flitting about somewhere in the area, but I was not surprised in the least that I did not spot the rufous hummingbird, even though I would have liked to because they are super cute. Well, thanks for coming along with me today, guys, as we recap the first 30 days of the Feathered Quest. Hopefully, y'all enjoyed the data dive and just learning about what I enjoyed from this and what I didn't enjoy from this. I'm going to keep doing this, and hopefully you guys will come along with me on that journey and be interested in whether or not I find these birds. I'm having fun doing it, so I'm going to keep doing it. But hopefully you guys enjoy it as well. If you do, feel free to subscribe. If there's something you'd like to see me cover in future recaps, just let me know in the comments and we'll get there as well. So just remember, you are loved and the world is full of wonder. And I hope that you guys all get out and find your daily feather.